I don't know, charging $40 for a blind box plushie is kind of crazy. Would you spend 40 bucks on this? Hey, hopefully you're doing amazing. Kevin is here. Today, let's talk about the big trend of 2025, Labubus, how it went, it gone, and now it's everywhere. Everywhere as in you can go to the store right now and pick up a Labubu now. Now you can go to any store, like legit go to any store and pick up a Labubu, which is unheard of. You can go to your local Pop Mart store, vending machine, even Urban Outfitters. I went to Urban Outfitters the other day and they had so many Pop Mart stuff, Labubus in stock. I was actually really shocked. I'm in Urban, I got my exchange, and look at all these Pop Marts. What the heck? The temporal one right here, gosh. Guys, yeah, the Labubu hype is dead for sure. Not only that, all the resellers are panicking, all scalpers are panicking. They're trying to sell all their Labubus, their stock, as soon as possible. Pop Mart's strategy of releasing their new IPs and new Labubus is kind of strange, but it's cool to analyze and look at it. Let's start from the beginning where Pop Mart started. More specifically where Labubu started, because Pop Mart has always been around for decades now, I think. Labubu has become popular this year. I would say range from March to August, I would say. I think that's the lifespan of the Labubu trend. I got my first Labubu January of this year, but then I think after I got it, the trend started. Not because of me, but I think all the influencers and celebrities talking about the toy brand really helping the company for sure. Celebrities everywhere were talking about bag charms and Labubus and Pop Marts and plushies, and then it just went crazy. If you're new here, you know the three main collection of Pop Marts: the Have a Seat, the Macaroon, and then the Big Into Energy. Those are the three main series of Labubus. Each of them are blind box, so 1 out of 6 you can get a random color, and also there's a small chance of getting the secret. So having that chase factor here, I got a box to show you. So this box, I know, it looks vintage now, right? Oh my god, it's so vintage. But this box has 6 options and 1 out of 72 chance of getting the secret. You get 1 out of 6 or a secret, whatever your luck is, you'll get. This made people buy multiple boxes, trade, lots of community in the hobby for sure. Because people want a certain color, they want a certain secret, they'll pay hundreds of dollars for it. Like, yes, you can argue with me all day if you think they're cute, ugly, scary, you don't want it, like whatever. There's still a fact, a big community that still loves them. So even if you think they're ugly or why people buy it, that's your opinion, and I respect it. I see it, but I also see how cute it is, so that's why a lot of people do want it. So let's respect people's opinions, okay? With that in mind, having a community of people who love the toys, the company Pop Mart didn't have the right supply for the amount of demand the consumers were wanting. So this resulted in huge lines in front of stores, websites crashing, the whole shebang. It was like getting the rarest Pokemon cards, the rarest Furbies, but none of it was available. And of course, if you got your hands on it, you most likely showed it off social media, wore it, bragged about it, which I totally get, because I did the same thing. Because once I got my Labubu, I was showing the whole world about it. Since the supply was so low and the demand was so high, the new release of Labubus, this is the newest series this year that came out. I want to say this collection came out April 25th. This is where it peaked for sure. Like this, April 25th, late April, early May was when Labubu was like, oh, this is not just a popular toy, this is a whole lifestyle. People were waiting in lines at 5 a.m. in the morning. Like, people are crazy, people are stupid. I may have done it, but it's the past. This is why I'm so trustworthy of telling you this topic, because I was one of those crazy fans who waited in line at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I didn't fight anyone yet for any Pop Mart. I have some class at etiquette, but it made me learn that a lot of people, they don't have respect for you if they want something. I'm like, okay, made me learn more about the world. Maybe I should have been naive a little bit to the world, but this made me learn that people are selfish, and that's okay. But this also made me learn there's so many kind and helpful people in this community as well. So pros and cons for sure in this community. That's with every community, I would say. There's some bad, some good, but mostly good. Like I said, there's so many celebrities and influencers who are talking about this, so even if we admit it or not, a lot of us got FOMO. And me included. I wanted to jump on the trend. I was like, I need a Labubu. I don't have one. I want a Pop Mart. Which is crazy because I collected Pop Mart figures before the whole trend. I collected figures in 2024. So it's crazy to see the plushie series become such a big trend. Because even if I don't want to admit it, I did get a little bit of FOMO and I was chasing the trend like we all do. I think we're all just people out here trying to make the most out of life, because life can be so tough sometimes. Like, girl, is anyone else having trouble like waking up in the morning and just like, what are we doing? Raise your hand, because that's me every day right now, honestly. Since it's like a plushie toy, it can be enjoyed by all ages. So kids, adults, teen, young adults, depressed kids, college students, depressed college students, unemployed college students, like everyone. So it was such a nice bonding factor, like talking to it with my sisters, parents, family, partner. Like it was such an amazing hobby to get into because it wasn't just a blind boxes. It wasn't just a blind box. It was a lifestyle for me. Call it having addiction. I could have had just one box and call it done, but I needed to do the extreme and I bought a whole bunch of boxes, a whole bunch of series. And that's okay because I was happy in the moment. After this trend, it made me learn that it's okay to have FOMO. Guys, I'm here to tell you that like, you don't need the newest toys, newest clothes, newest products, newest beauty stuff, skincare, all of that. At the end of the day, if you want it, you get it. If they're judging you, who cares? It's not their money, not their life. So yes, I do regret a lot of my purchases, but it was in the moment. I was having so many good memories. So I wouldn't say it was fully regret. I would say more like if it was me during that time, I wouldn't buy that third, fourth blind box, you know? But it's okay because this hobby made me learn more about myself, believe it or not. Be a little bit more frugal with money. It's okay to be a little stingy with money. $20 for a blind box is kind of a steep price. $30 to $40 for a plushie is steep as well. For example, can you guess the prices of these two Labubus? This one, $32 to $35 for a blind box, so you don't even know what color you're gonna get. And then this mini one, $22 to $25, and you're not gonna know what you're gonna get. $25 to $40 for a blind box plushie is kind of insane. It's kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. In this economy, like we all hear all the time, but this economy is crazy. Even before the economy, it's still crazy. Toys are becoming such a luxury now and it really shows. It really shows for sure. It's also insane that I'm not too familiar with the economy and how the flow of money works and all that, but I have a basic understanding for sure. It's crazy how the economy is going crazy, but the prices of everything is going up. It's actually insane, and jobs are getting harder to get. Jobs are paying less hours. I'm just like, because for example, these macaroon Labubus, when I first got into it, they were $22, $23 for the full size one, which I think was a really good price for Labubu, and they were really good quality at the time as well. But then when this one came out, it came out to be $32, and people were kind of like a little ticked off about that, but since it was such a big trend, no one really cared about the price. I don't know if you saw, but the Why So Serious, the Halloween Labubu collection, it's not even a Labubu collection, it's a whole Pop Mart collab collection. I think they should have priced this way lower than it actually is, no offense. And they knew what they were doing with having one Labubu out of the 8 options, so it makes you want to gamble for that Labubu. Because yes, I love the other Pop Mart characters as much, but let's be honest, like let's address the elephant, like Labubu is the most popular, like skyrocketing compared to the other characters. And that Halloween plushie was about $43, $45. It's only gonna go up from here, guys. Like actually only gonna go up. And not to mention this one, the tiny letter Labubus. Once the Labubus in Pop Mart were dying, they were trying to like bring out new collections, and they kind of did something with the tiny ones for a little bit, a spark. I think there was a jump in the trend for a little bit, but then after that I think it died completely. But this one, $23, $24. $23, $24. And there's what, about 30 of these ones, so you get 30. Oh my god. It's divided into 2 collections, like A through M and like N to Z. So if you wanted both collections, that's about $500 for the whole set. $500 for about 30 Labubus. And of course, with any popular trending pop culture moments, they're always gonna be resellers and scalpers everywhere. And honestly, if you like it or not, I think it really did help the trend of Labubus. Helped, but also really hurt the trend of Labubus. People were going off Facebook Market, Craigslist to pick up a Labubu, paying double, triple the price for Labubus, buying imported exclusive Labubus out of the country. This is definitely gonna make it in the history books. Like this trend in pop culture is such a big monumental moment for everyone. And with the scalpers and resellers buying hundreds of full cases of Labubus, it made me learn that people don't give an F about you and your morals or anything. Like they'll do it. Trust me, being in line and being in multiple Pop Mart stores, people don't really care about morals. If they want it, they're gonna get it. And respect hustle, I guess, but I have some morals and some respect. And at the end of the day, it's just a toy. I go to a lot of events, like anime events, pop culture events, all those events, and the amount of resellers and scalper tables I see in vendors is actually insane. Like during Anime Expo, Comic-Con, all those huge conventions, there are scalpers and resellers each corner, honestly. And for the general public, it doesn't seem so bad, but being within the community, I was like, damn, this kind of sucks. Not only sucks for the consumer, but also imagine the vendor. Like you kind of screwed yourself over buying those cases of boxes now that Labubus are so easily accessible right now. So I would say the trend kind of like started to go downhill in the end of August. And this is crazy because I think Pop Mart saw that and they did a huge drop of Labubus. Circling back to supply and demand, they finally fulfilled the supply amount, but now the demand is gone, which is kind of crazy how all that plays a part. It's hard to have a nice balance of supply and demand because it's either one or the other. Now in November 2025, you can go get Labubus anywhere. Or just buy it online for normal retail price, which is still really expensive. At least now you don't have to worry about buying a fake because there were so many fake Labubus everywhere. I feel like most of us can spot it, but a lot of the fake Labubus were pretty good at like blending in. A lot of my friends, my average consumer friends, they bought a lot of fake Labubus, and honestly that's okay. It's for the memory. It's just a toy. Who cares? As long as you think it's cute and don't care what anyone else thinks, you do you. I honestly don't regret buying them because honestly, like, look at them. They're so cute, especially with clothes on, because I feel like I have so much more personality. I put this on my bag all the time and they always get looked at, and they're my precious babies. I love the clothes aspects of the hobby because I feel that makes it more personable. Honestly guys, it made me like Labubus a lot more because I was like on the fence of Labubus until I saw I could dress them up. I was like, this is like my own Barbie. This is so fun. And not only that, it made me want to travel to more places because there's so many exclusive Labubus everywhere. Like in China, Thailand, Singapore, like there's so many exclusive Labubus. I need to travel the world, honestly. Even though I dropped like probably $3,000 to $5,000 on Pop Mart, it made me realize that I could spend that money on a trip. I gotta stop regretting what I do because I don't regret it. It made me realize I can't be dropping $30 for a blind box anymore at this time and age. Wait, actually I can, but not every week, you know? Pop Mart is already thriving and still winning because I think Pop Mart is like still the biggest toy company right now. Despite everything, I still support Pop Mart and I love Pop Marts with all my heart. One of the brands that brought me so much joy in my life and still continues to bring me joy. How was your Labubu journey? Because mine is coming to an end. I just need to close the chapter, but I want to go shopping. Love you guys. Until next time, mwah.